How's it going there, everyone? It's Mr. Zan over here with a brand new One Piece discussion. And for today's segment, I'll be talking about all the Alice in Wonderland references that Oda has done in Whole Cake Island. The first reference that was introduced in Whole Cake Island was during the time when Sanji first stepped in. Right next to him in this panel, you can clearly see these white knights walking by as a reference to the cards in Alice in Wonderland. The second reference we have is the door that Sanji walks in through Whole Cake Island. Now this reference was based off against the doorknob in Alice in Wonderland, but in Oda's situation, he used it as more of as a door itself instead of a doorknob. Probably he didn't want to get any confusion, or he didn't want to make it too very similar in the sense, but if you guys just look at it carefully, it's very much the same. The next reference that we have is the White Rabbit. Yes folks, the White Rabbit is inside the story and it has already been introduced a couple times. Now, the little furry creature that was riding the flamingo, yes folks, that is actually the White Rabbit, because in recent chapters, he actually attacked Nami, and we can clearly see that it's actually a rabbit now. Now that is very entertaining in itself, because of the fact that the White Rabbit is so cute and cuddly, yet it's a formidable opponent. Next on our list, we have is the Mad Hatter. Yes folks, the reason I say the Mad Hatter is on this list because of the fact that in this picture that I'm showing you right now, see this guy with the tin hat, little bow tie, talking to the Den Den Mushi. Yes folks, I believe that is the Mad Hatter itself because of the fact that just look at the design. He looks very formal, he looks very sophisticated, you know, and the hat speaks for itself. That's why I'm clearly thinking that that's actually the Mad Hatter that is one of part of Big Mom's crew members. Now the reference for Alice in Big Mom's crew, I believe is the swordsman that's holding the Den Den Mushi in this picture, is because of the fact that there's no other woman that could clearly be Alice in other than this person right here. And also, if you think about it, Alice is very sophisticated. She was wearing a dress. You know, none of the other Big Mom's crew members are wearing a dress. That kind of shows the fact that it would be Alice. Everyone else is wearing more or less the same, like peasant clothing, you could say. But stop me if I'm wrong, but for now, I am literally gonna say that the swordsman is the Alice reference. Clearly, Big Mom has no other option than to clearly say and state that Big Mom is the reference to the Queen of Hearts. Now, if there's someone else that someone has other in mind, please do bear with me and tell me who it is. But for now, Big Mom is clearly the Queen of Hearts throughout this whole Cake Island arc. The mysterious Bobbin. Now this character, when it was first introduced, we didn't know who he might have been, but after taking a closer look at him, his round pudgy body, his circular face, his giant creepy smile, the way that he just moves himself, it just all reminds me of the Cheshire Cat. Yes folks, this character in itself in Oda's own style reminds me greatly of the Cheshire Cat. Maybe he's also the one that possesses the mirror proof where Luffy is fighting against himself. We're not too sure, but I'm hoping that Oda emphasizes more about this character in future chapters, because he seems to be like a very interesting character in itself. The French gentleman Tamago is up next on our list, and this character is the biggest reference that you can clearly point out from just looking at this character is definitely Humpty Dumpty. Yes, folks, Humpty Dumpty, because of the fact that the way that Humpty Dumpty was represented in the books, he was characterized more like a very, very formal person, yet Tamago is also a formal person. But when you look at Tamago, his egg, he has a bottom eggshell. Yes, folks, and when it's cracked, for Pete's sakes. The eggshell is cracked. So that's why I personally feel like this character is definitely based on Humpty Dumpty. Peckham's now is a little bit tough to describe, but I remember now that Peckham's has a turtle devil fruit ability. So now I'm personally thinking that Peckham's might represent the mocking turtle based on the Alice in Wonderland story. Last on our list we have is the crafty crocodile that we recently saw in the One Piece chapters. Now this crocodile was a huge reference to the fact that based on Alice in Wonderland's story, Alice in Wonderland met a crocodile who actually was trying to eat some small fishes and was trying to lure them in his mouth. Now I personally saw that almost as the same characteristic in the One Piece universe, because of the fact that Luffy and the crew are literally being, how do I say, they're being hypnotized or they're being allured by the candy and everything that's all around them, and the crocodile literally is just about to eat them. And I thought it was very symbolic in the fact that it literally represents Luffy and the crew being very small fish compared to how the Yonko army is. Now Oda is pure genius when he did this scene. This scene was purely beautiful in its own way. But that's it for today, folks. These are all the Alice in Wonderland references that I was able to pin out while reading through the One Piece chapters. If there's anything that I might have missed out, let me know down in the comments below. If by any chance my references are all wrong, let me know also. I could be mistaken. I'm not perfect as well. But like I said, folks, have a blessing day, and don't forget, if you guys enjoy my content, don't forget to subscribe. But this is Mr. Zen, signing out.